Hola, buenas tardes, good afternoon, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl here, Daniela, Miss Four Lizard, the planning diva, and I'm finally getting into my faith planner again after quite a hiatus. Things got so busy, I feel like I'm a broken record, but life has been so busy for me for the last couple of weeks, major career transitions, and I just haven't been able to get into my planner. But I'm hoping to start to get back into her, and one of my favorite videos to film is mapping out my interfaith calendars. So every month I make an interfaith calendar, and it looks kind of like this, where I basically it's an exploration of religions and faith systems. I map out Christian, Catholic, Jewish, Muslim, Hindi, Buddhist holidays. I learn a lot about various religions and beliefs and faiths. I also map out my astrological cycles as well as the Aztec calendar, and I do it all in this beautiful, like, pastel, new agey, witchy type of aesthetic, which I adore. This one was the month of May, and then we have June as well. I always have such a blast making these interfaith calendars, and I learn so much, and I just kind of tap into my spiritual side here. So I actually wasn't able to make it for July because things got so busy. I think I will go back and do the July calendar at some point. I might even make a video of it and just kind of post it really late. But today I'm going to be setting up my August interfaith calendar. And as always, I have a couple of sticker books to help me along in the process. My ride or die, the cosmic watercolor. This is the one that I use the most for these spreads. But I also have Stargazer, Zodiac, and Marble Faith, all appropriate for my interfaith calendar. And of course I have my Sticker Studio Apothecary sticker gallery, which has a bunch of new agey stickers, which I like to sprinkle throughout the spreads. So if you're interested in seeing what I get into and how I set up my interfaith calendar, then just keep on watching. So like all of my interfaith plan with me's that I've done so far, I'm going to go ahead and map this out, and I'll speed up the process because it does take me a while to do this, probably like 50 minutes or so. I have a couple of tabs open on my laptop right now with pages that I've bookmarked that help me construct this. I have a couple of interfaith calendars open here that I like to reference. I have my Aztec calendar page open, my Cafe Astrology page open that reviews all the astrological cycles, as well as a moon calendar open. So these are all things I like to kind of synthesize together to create my custom interfaith calendar. So we're just gonna get into it, and I will come back once I've mapped everything out, and I will let you know how everything turned out. All right, I think we're done here. And as always, I love how it turned out. I think it turned out super, super cute. It's just really hard to go wrong with the Cosmic Watercolor sticker book. But let me walk you through everything I put down here really quickly. So August the 1st, we have Lugnasad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Lugnasad. It's a Wiccan pagan festival celebrating the beginning of the harvest season. And as always, I have the little zodiac signs in the corners of the monthly calendar, and those represent the signs in which the moon is currently in. So this is Libra here. The moon kind of like fluctuates through the zodiac signs as the month passes. So we have that. Thursday, Mercury enters Virgo. Friday the 5th, we have the first quarter. And then on the 7th, Ashura begins at sundown. This is an Islamic holy day, marking the day Moses and his people were saved from the Pharaoh in Egypt and the parting of the Red Sea. And then on the 10th, we have the era of flower beginning according to the Aztec calendar. The Aztec calendar is corresponds to the 260-day Mesoamerican calendar, and that calendar was divided into 20 eras of 13 days each, and each era is represented by a symbol or an icon. And we're actually beginning the 13-day era that is represented by the flower. And this era of the flower really represents kind of the ephemeral nature of life, how life is like a flower. It blooms beautifully, quickly, and then just quickly passes away. Flower days are days to celebrate beauty, creativity, and artistry. And then on the 11th, we have the full moon in Aquarius. And then on the 15th, we have the Feast of the Assumption, which is a holiday commemorating the Virgin Mary being assumed into heaven. And on the 18th, we have the birth of Lord Krishna. This is an important day in Hinduism. Krishna is the 8th incarnation of the god Vishnu. And it's so hard to kind of encapsulate what Krishna is in a few words, but I just wrote down that Krishna is seen as the god of protection, compassion, love. I definitely want to learn more about Krishna this month, so definitely gonna dive into learning more about Krishna. 19th, we have the third quarter, and on the 20th, we have Mars moving into Gemini. And on the 21st, we have Vesta retrograde moving into Aquarius. So Vesta is a meteor, and so that means that right now Vesta is in retrograde. It's kind of it appears to be moving backwards in the sky as opposed to its regular movement. And that retrograde is going to enter the constellation of Aquarius. And on the 27th, we have the beginning of Virgo season. And on the 24th, actually, but I didn't have room to put the sticker down, we have the beginning of the era of Reed according to the Aztec calendar. So flower is ending and Reed is beginning. And the era of Reed is actually an era kind of similar to the flower, in which it's really emphasizing this focus on the transitory nature of life, and also on how life is much more ruled by fate than it is by, matters of personal worth. On the 24th, we also have the planet Uranus going into retrograde. And on the following day, we have the planet Mercury entering Libra. And on the 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo. And ending the month here, we have on the 29th Hijri, which is the Islamic New Year according to the lunar calendar. So that was really exciting. And then on the 30th, we have True Node entering a semi-sextile position with the asteroid Chiron. So True Node is just the point where the sun and the moon's orbit intersects. The True Node is also known as the lunar north node. Semi-sextile is basically a positional relationship, so it's actually a 30-degree relationship between these two objects. I actually just learned that right now. And then on the 31st, we have the beginning of Ganesh Chaturthi. This is a 10-day Hindu festival celebrating the god Ganesh. And because Ganesh is representing beginnings, abundance, these things are celebrated during that festival. Actually, Ganesh is a deity that I've always felt very close to and drawn to. I've always felt very supported by that deity. So that's something that I wanted to mark down here. And also I'll take the opportunity to learn more about Ganesh this month. And that is all that's going on in this August Interfaith Monthly. I left some room here on the sidebar for me to journal or to write a Bible quote or something. So I'm going to leave that space there for that. But the rest of the calendar is pretty complete, and I just love how it turned out. I love this geode sticker that I included here and this little potion bottle. It's super, super cute. I love how it turned out, and as always, let me know if I'm missing anything on this calendar. If you know of any holidays or holy days that I should add on to here, I would love to know. And as always, thank you so much for spending the time with me here today, and I hope to see you in my next video. So until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and happy planning. Bye.
Y ya no sabe lo que pasa. El primero